British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Hello out there and welcome into your 12:30 Sports Update. I'm Elijah Ford. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to have to make a quick turnaround from their 6.5-hour classic last night as they are back in action tonight for Game 4 of the World Series. The series is currently led by the Dodgers 2-1 after Freddie Freeman walked off Game 3 with a home run at the bottom of the 18th inning. Blue Jays infielder Ernie Clement says a 6-hour marathon tests mental toughness.
You find a way to lock in each time you go out on defense, and you try to, find a way to get on base for the boys when you're hitting. But not every day you play 18 innings, so you just kind of figure it out as you go.
Shane Bieber is set to start for the Jays tonight, who will look to even the best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. Shohei Ohtani, who hit 2 homers last night, starts for LA. The first pitch is set for 5 p.m. Also, tonight, the Vancouver Canucks will host the slumping New York Rangers in a highly anticipated matchup. The Canucks will welcome former assistant captain JT Miller back to Vancouver for the first time since his dramatic departure during last season. Canucks fans will also see the NHL debut of the Canucks' exciting 2023 first-round pick Tom Willander. Vancouver is currently sitting at 5-5 through their first 10 games and are tied with the Chicago Blackhawks for the final wildcard playoff spot. The Rangers, who are the losers of 3 straight coming into this game, sit at the bottom of the Metropolitan Division. Canada's women's soccer team takes on the 11th-ranked Netherlands today in friendly action. Canada is currently ranked 9th and are coming off back-to-back losses for the first time since early 2023. Canada fell 1-0 to Switzerland last week after a 3-0 loss to the United States back on July 2nd. Kickoff is set to take place in about 15 minutes. A fan at a Pittsburgh Penguins game was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries last night after falling from the upper deck at PPG Paints Arena. This is the 3rd time this year and the 2nd time in 3 days that a person has been hospitalized after a high fall at one of the city's sporting venues. Penguins captain Sidney Crosby expressed concern for the individual and their family.
No, I appreciate it. I just want to say we just found out that someone fell tonight, so feels doesn't feel right to be talking about points when we hear something like that. So we just found out. So obviously our thoughts and prayers are with that person and their family, and hopefully that they're okay.
The fan is currently being treated at an arena hospital. Former Vancouver Canucks center Ryan Kesler has been charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of criminal sexual assault in the 4th degree. Kesler was arraigned yesterday in a Michigan courtroom where he pled not guilty to the charges which were filed against him last week over events that occurred in January of this year. His next court appearance is scheduled for November 6th. 4 people are in serious condition after a bus carrying fans of Brazil's soccer team Flamengo overturned in Rio de Janeiro yesterday. The supporters were traveling to Argentina for the 2nd game of their semifinal series in the Copa Libertadores League. The incident took place on the Via Dutra, the major highway which connects Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, Brazil's 2 largest cities. A total of 46 victims were reported. All affected were transferred to Barra Mansa Municipal Hospital for treatment. Less than a week after the NCAA made the decision to allow their athletes to bet on pro sports, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has asked for a reversal. Sankey cited last week's FBI arrest of multiple NBA figures in a gambling scandal as evidence that allowing athletes to bet on games threatens the integrity of competition. Sankey also says the policy change represents a major step in the wrong direction. All 32 NHL teams will be in action tonight for the 2nd and final time this season as part of the NHL's Frozen Frenzy coverage. Eyes will be on all 7 Canadian teams as the Toronto Maple Leafs host the Calgary Flames, the Winnipeg Jets are in Minnesota, the Ottawa Senators head to Chicago, the Edmonton Oilers welcome the Utah Mammoth, and the Montreal Canadiens visit Seattle. Thank you so much for tuning in to your 12:30 Sports Update. I've been your host, Elijah Ford, for BCIT's The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.